Good morning. Welcome to the Record Archive Backroom Lounge. Morning. Can you all hear me okay? Sound all right? My name is Elena Alderman. I'm the Vice President and co-owner of Record Archive, and I'm very happy to be celebrating my 37th year here this June. So lots of Lilac Festivals under my belt, knowing this wonderful man for quite a while. I just want to briefly, I'm going to do a quick little intro for Jeff, because I think his contributions to our city have been tremendous, and he's brought a lot of great music, which you know we love. So thank you so much for me personally, but especially on behalf of Record Archive. And I just can't thank you enough, because that's what it's about, bringing community together. There are 500 different types of lilacs and over the 1,200 bushes in Highland Park, but there's only one Jeff Springett. So please join me in welcoming Jeff Springett to the Record Archive stage.
Thank you, Elena. Oh, geez. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Thank you, Elena. I've never been compared to all the lilac bushes in the park before, but if I can come off with as much popularity after the festival as they have during the festival, I'll be in good shape. It's a pleasure to be here. It's been a long 2.5 years, 3 years for all of us. It's nice to be back at the Record Archive, announcing the music, the full-scale music that we bring to the Lilac Festival. And we certainly couldn't do it without the help of the County of Monroe, Adam Bello, Patrick Meredith from the Parks Department. Working with the Parks Department is always a pleasure. Working with the City of Rochester, Joe Alessi, Barbara, Maliko I've just met, and all the teams from both agencies are just a pleasure to work with preparing for this event. Oftentimes people ask me, when do you start prepping for the Lilac Festival, like a week before the tents go up? And I go, yeah, something like that. We start in September and work diligently. And I also want to give a shout out to my team, without whom I couldn't possibly do half the work or any of the work that we accomplish at the Springett Group. From Jenny Lamaglio, Lexi Rivera, they're out there, Connor Kraus, Carrie Pellegrino, the newest member of our team, and my special partner in the crime, booking all the entertainment, Dave Verrier. I want to welcome Dave and thank you all for coming. Without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to the Monroe County Executive, Adam Bello, to get our celebration started. So, Captain Bello. There's stairs to my right, or you hop up. There you go.
I'll just jump up.
You're
I'm
nimble.
still there.
There
I can still do it a step. All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Jeff. It is so great to be here with all of you this morning. Elena Alderman, thank you for hosting us today. Where are you? I lost you. There you are. Thank you for hosting us today. You guys are just fantastic here at the Record Archive, and we have a lot to celebrate this year and a lot to be proud of. I just can't tell you how great it feels to be back talking about the Lilac Festival, talking about all these great events that are coming back together as we emerge from the COVID pandemic, because you know what, the last 2 years have been tough. This has been a tough couple of years. This community has sacrificed a lot, the country, the world has, and we all worked very hard to fight COVID-19. So that we can get back to normal and we can get back to having festivals like the Lilac Festival. Monroe County is celebrating its 200th year. This is our bicentennial year. Our theme is to celebrate more. And that's what the Lilac Festival is going to do. It's going to kick off our celebration to celebrate more, so we can celebrate more family, celebrate more lilacs. But most importantly, let's celebrate more music. Let's celebrate fun. And I can't think of a better way to do it than at Highland Park, with Jeff Springett, the team, the Lilac Festival, to bring all the music together. Let's celebrate music, let's celebrate festivals, let's celebrate everything that we have to offer. The gardens, the food, the vendors, the art, everything that's planned this year. It's really starting to feel like we're getting back to normal, and it really is a great feeling. You know, at its peak, this festival draws more than 500,000 people to Monroe County and the city of Rochester to showcase a Frederick Law Olmsted designed Highland Park. And I know the hardworking staff at the parks, they're making sure that Highlands, more than 1,200 lilac trees, think that 1,200 lilac trees are dotting that park, are going to be in tip-top shape. And Pat Meredith, our parks director here, him and his team have guaranteed me that the bloom is going to be right on time, right, Patrick, for the festival this year, so we got no problems there. Weather's going to cooperate. The mayor guaranteed me that, because we will be in the city of Rochester. So we're all going to be able to come out, join Jeff, join the community, the 500,000 people that are going to come out and enjoy the Lilac Festival. Don Jeffries, this is also part of how we recover in tourism. All the work Don's doing and his team from Visit Rochester, and Greg Smith, I want to thank you for all your promotions as well in your work to make sure that the Lilac Festival goes off this year. It's going to be something we can all celebrate, and really is really one of the first events. We have the St. Patrick's Day Parade is coming up in just a few days. We're expecting a huge crowd and turnout. Don't look at the weather forecast, just come out and enjoy the St. Patrick's Day Parade. But then we'll have the Lilac Festival and so much more to announce throughout the year. So thanks again, Record Archive. Thank you, Jeff and the team, for all the work that you've done. And what a great partnership, too, between the City of Rochester, Mayor Evans, and the County of Monroe, working together to recover and make sure that our best days are always ahead of us. So thanks again for everything, Jeff.
Thank you, Adam. Always a pleasure. And right now, I'd like to introduce our mayor of the city of Rochester, Malik Evans.
Thank you, Jeff. It's good to be here. You know, when I walked in, this song is going to be in my head for the rest of the day. The Record Archive is the place to go. It is the place to go, right? Isn't it? And it is great to be here with my partner, Adam Bello. I keep joking. Adam, this is like our third day in a row together. And we're going to be together again tomorrow. I think we got 4 out of 5 days of the week with me seeing Adam Bello. And I say that because it's important, because it talks about the partnership. And that's what this Lilac Festival is all about, right? The county, the city working together to make sure that we boost tourism and continue to make Rochester a place that is known for festivals. And that is what the Lilac Festival is all about. I told my kids this morning, I said, I'm going to be talking about the Lilac Festival. And the first thing they said is, are they going to have the candy apples with the rainbow sprinkles and the kettle corn and all that stuff? I said, yes, they're going to have that and more, and don't forget the lilacs and all of the music. So this is such an important festival. I grew up in this neighborhood. Walking to the Lilac Festival. So it is an event that not only has put Rochester on the map, but it is a great economic opportunity. And you know, I'm a former banker, so I always have to bring up the money part. But yes, we're going to have great entertainment. Yes, we're going to have great food. Yes, we're going to have great blooms and all those things. But this is also a great economic opportunity for the city and county. People will come here, they will spend money. People will come here and they may see a house that they may like along South Avenue, although the housing market is kind of hard to get a house, but they may see a house that they may want to buy. So this brings people to a neighborhood, but more importantly, it allows people to be able to understand the beauty that we have to offer in Rochester. The fact that we are embracing our natural resources, the beautiful lilacs that we have that other cities don't have. So as we continue to embrace the beauty that is Rochester, we also understand that there's an economic development component that go with it. But then more importantly, after this pandemic of everyone being cooped up in the house, that we are saying, come out and celebrate. St. Patrick's Day Parade, Lilac Festival, and more. The county executive said that the county's 200th anniversary is celebrate more. Well, guess what? We're going to keep giving you more, because we deserve more after the last 2 years that we've had with this pandemic. So I am excited. I am looking forward to coming to the Lilac Festival, and I want to thank the county executive and his team for all of their leadership. Jeff Springett, thank you for putting together great events. You do it. You're a legend, man. You're a legend in this community. Folks know your name from the stuff that you put together, and you know it for a good reason, which is good. And thank you, Elena and the team at Record Archive, for hosting us here today. So I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to celebrating, and I look forward to this year's Lilac Festival. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for those very kind words. I hope I can live up to everything you said. No pressure at all. And now I'd like to introduce a very dear friend we're really grateful that he's able to come today. Don Jeffries from Visit Rochester, who just a week or so ago had some not so minor surgery and is recovering greatly with all the great gifts he's gotten from different people. I'll let Don talk about that off the record, but please help me welcome Don Jeffries from Visit Rochester.
Thank you very much. It's such an honor to be here. A couple people I want to acknowledge. The board chair of Visit Rochester, Bill Gunther, the Lilac board, Greg Smith, Pat Meredith, Joe Alisi, all help us on the Lilac board and work with Jeff to make sure the festival's going to be a great success, and we are going to celebrate more. We're going to celebrate more people coming in to Visit Rochester. You know, people go to the park and see the lilacs and see all the great things. I go to the parking lot and count out-of-state license plates. See how many people come and visit. This kicks off our festival season. It kicks off our tourist season, and we're so excited to be back together. And how about a county executive and a mayor that are just head cheerleaders for this community? And I want to thank them personally, and particularly the county executive. When the COVID thing hit, and he was 2 months into his office, and it was like, you want me to do what? He came through like a champ, and he fully funded Visit Rochester, kept us up and going, and I can report that we're back. We're booking tons and tons of groups where other groups around the state got their budgets cut. They're trying to hire people. We're out there selling like crazy. So I want to thank you publicly for doing that, Adam. Thank you.
Thank you, Don, and once again, thanks to everybody who helped make this happen. You know, without the help of our sponsors, the Rochester Lilac Festival could not present over 65 local, regional, and national acts for our community's listening, dancing, and just plain grooving pleasure. And I want to point out that all our sponsors are listed on the video screen to my right, and before you leave, please take a minute to take a look at them, and when you can, support them and thank them, because without their support financially, this festival just could not happen. In particular, I want to welcome Steve Bruckman from Spur Auto Dealers, Amanda from Rentals to Go, and Ryan, my good friend Ryan, who is a former County Parks staff member from Green Spark Solar, who were able to come to this meeting today. So thank you very much for all your support. It's much appreciated. It's nice to know that with the world being as unstable as it is right now, inflation being crazier than ever, Rochester and Monroe County can continue to produce one of the largest free festivals anywhere. And that's a real credit to our entire community. Not only is all the music ticketless, free, but we do this in the midst of the treasure of Highland Park, that for after 200 years, we know how to celebrate more. And this is the 124th Lilac Festival. I have not been producing them all, I'm happy to say. I don't show my age that well. But we do know that there's little doubt that Rochester and Monroe County know how to throw a party. And it's true that we do that consistently. As I reveal the headliners and supporting acts that you'll see this year is particularly, we have tried particularly to showcase the talented local talent and put them back to work. Something that's very, very important. Thank you. I'm proud to say that talent abounds in Rochester and Monroe County, and we're really known throughout the country as a high spot, which is one of the reasons we named the High Spot Party Deck after the high spot that we are in the park during the festival. But people know that there's a lot of very talented musicians and songwriters and music makers in our community. We're proud, as an example, to be presenting with the sponsorship of the City of Rochester and Mayor Evans, collaborations with the Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra and the Rochester City School District students, as well as Eastman School of Music students, an assortment of up-and-coming youth groups from Camp Rockstar. That's formed by our good friend Alvio Hernandez, who plays with a band called Daughtry. He's an internationally known guitar player and singer and songwriter, and he's got an organization in town that nurtures local youth talent. And Jenny Lamaglio in my office can attest to that because her daughter is one of those guitar players. As most of you know, the Rochester Lilac Festival will take place again over 3 weekends in May, Friday and Saturday and Sunday, May 6, 7, and 8, Thursday through Sundays, May 12 through 15, and May 19 through 22. And now, here's a look at the headliners and supporting acts. A complete list with samples of their music is available on our website, rochesterevents.com or lilacfestival.com. And after my announcements, we'll be playing some video highlights of the different players that are performing at the festival. Kicking off on Friday, May 6th, we are pleased to welcome back some old friends to headline on opening night, Blues Traveler, and they will be supported by the Coupe de Villes and Steve Grills and the Roadmasters. Saturday, May 7th, playing 2 big sets, the Zac Brown Tribute Band. They'll be supported by Junkyard Field Trip and Cool Club and the Lipker Sisters. Sunday, May 8th, perennial favorites Driftwood will headline Mother's Day, and they will be preceded by the Sideways, a bunch of great players, former Eastman students, Tegan and the Tweeds, Jumbo Shrimp, and Big Blue House. Thursday, May 12th, a very special day that we welcome back one of the most popular groups to ever play the Lilac Festival, formerly known as Rusted Root, now known as Uprooted with Michael Gilblocki. You'll remember Michael's previous iteration of the band called Rusted Root, co-headlining with Uprooted, I just gave him a new name, is one of the funkiest, rawest rock and roll bands I've heard in a long time, Black Joe Lewis and the Honey Bears. This night will definitely be one to lift some spirits. Friday, May 13th will be a lucky one when you come out to see the Blue Sky Brothers, one of the finer Allman Brothers tribute bands, along with Root Shock, a treat for sure. I wouldn't want to miss that. Saturday, May 14th, a jam-packed day featuring 7 wonders comprised of 7 of Rochester's finest musicians playing tribute to Fleetwood Mac. Also on this show is a somewhat unknown band, but not to everybody, a band called Low Cut Connie. They have rave reviews from the Chicago Tribune, exclaiming they are the essence of what rock and roll should be. And they have fans that already account for Barack Obama, Bruce Springsteen, and they received a shout out from Sir Elton John when he took the stage in Philadelphia at a recent concert. He said, "There's a band that I love at the moment that's so much that I love them called Low Cut Connie. They're amazing." Also on the show that day is The Collection, Parsons Field, and Diggler's Bridge. Bring a blanket, camp out for the day. This is a great music festival all in one day. Sunday the 15th, co-headlining are Into the Now and Working Man's Dead. This is a 3-hour show by Deadheads for Deadheads. And it touches the music from the Haight-Ashbury scene of the 60s and 70s. They do Dead music plus the Stones, the Doors, and what can I say but far out. For those of you who are old enough to remember that expression. Thanks for the laughter over here. 2 national acts that are making their way on the festival circuit, catch them while you can. Thursday the 19th, we are so pleased to be able to bring to the Lilac Festival 2 of the most talented singer and songwriters from New Orleans, Jackie Green and Anders Osborne. They often perform with their own individual bands, or in the case of Jackie Green, the likes of B.B. King, Mark Knopfler, Suzanne Tedeschi, and Taj Mahal. New Orleans' great Anders Osborne is a true musical treasure. He's amongst the most original and visionary musicians writing and performing today. Guitar player calls him the poet laureate of Louisiana's fertile roots music scene. New Orleans Gamut Weekly has honored Osborne as the Entertainer of the Year. Offbeat named him the Crescent City's best guitar player for the 3rd year in a row and the best songwriter for the 2nd straight year. Osborne also won Song of the Year award for his composition, Louisiana Gold. Opening the show that night will be Oregon Fairchild. This will be a very special concert. Friday the 20th, we're moving right along here. There's a lot of music. Thanks for your patience. Indie jam band Aqueous has definitely carved out their place on the national music scene. High-profile performances at music festivals like the Electric Forest, I know that's one of Malik's favorites, and the Peach Fest, which is one of Adam's favorites, Summer Camp Music Festival, as well as favorable press from Billboard, Huffington Post, and Guitar Player. And if that's not enough for one day, we've co-billed Aqueous with a high-energy Boston 7-piece band called Ripe. This band has won over legions of fans the old-fashioned way by compelling crowds night after night to get up on their feet, dance to the spirits of rock, funk, jazz, R&B, and pop. Opening for that show is Vintage Root. Saturday the 21st, Big Eyed Fish, based in Rochester, is the only regional touring band of 7 pieces that do a full tribute to Dave Matthews. If you're a fan of Dave Matthews, you won't want to miss them. On that show also is Bumpin' Uglies. Bumpin' Uglies is an American punk reggae band from Annapolis, Maryland. Their music features melody-driven, free-spirit blend of ska, reggae, and punk with a strong focus and crowd-pleasing grooves. Sounds like a good time to me, and I think Elena's going to come out there with me for that one. Also on the bill that day are the Medicinals, Adriana as advertised. Horacio and La Fama covers the greats from salsa golden era, as well as swinging merengues and tender bachatas. I think I pronounced that right. They're a great asset and treasure in Rochester for a great salsa merengue band with lots of energy. Closing out on the 2022 Lilac Festival on May 22nd is a myriad of hometown favorites that are on their way to national recognition, if they haven't already gotten that. Giant Panda Gorilla Dub Squad, Dirty Blanket, Claudia Hauser, Personal Blend, and Mochester. Now, it sounds like a lot of music, and it is, but we're giving it in 3-day doses, 3 and 4-day doses, with a 3-day break in between. So take it one day at a time, pace yourself. It's time to get up, get off the couch, get outside, rediscover friends that you never knew you had, and celebrate more. And I thank you. I'll take questions offline, and that's that. Great. I thank you to everybody.